Hello, everyone. Welcome to IELTS with Ralph. I'm back again with another episode, and today we're going to cover another question type in academic reading. And today's question type is table. You'll learn how to answer this question type. Now, first of all, let's take a look at a sample table question in IELTS reading. As you can see, this is a sample question in which the table is divided into two parts. The first part is the test that was run by maybe a researcher or scientists. And the second part is the finding, all right? So this is like fill in the blanks, as you can see. That's not totally different from fill in the blank questions. But the only difference is that this type of question is mostly in order, all right? And but you should assume that it goes in order. It's not that much difficult to answer. And if there are two questions right next to each other, then their order may be reversed, right? This is what we're going to practice today. And as I said, it's similar to fill in the blank questions, and each question is formed from only one to two sentences in the reading passage. And you must be able to scan for keywords and understand synonym language. Now, first of all, let's take a look at two types of questions, all right, in tables. As you can see, the first type is that you will be given some answer choices and you have to pick from the answer choices, right? And there are, of course, extra answer choices, so some will not be used. And the second type is that you have to write a word or maybe two or three words. So be careful of the number of words that you have to put in the blank, all right? It's time to work on the strategy, the basic strategy that we have to follow in order to answer this type of question. The first step is you underline or circle keywords in the questions, all right? And title of the question. And then the next step is to identify the easy questions to do first. That is what we always do. We answer the easiest questions first, and then we move on to next questions. And then you scan the passage to find those keywords and synonyms, right? Then you mark those keywords in the matching sentence, and then you find the words that connect to the words before or after the blank line. And the last step for you is to write the question number next to the matching sentence in the passage. Now, let's start answering some questions in table. As you can see, this is the question that we have today. We're going to have 4 questions, all right? Now, the first step is to identify how many words we have to write. One word. So we have to put one word in each of these blanks here, all right? Now, for number 1, we have the procedure, as you can see in the table, and aim. So you have to look for the keywords in both procedure and aim, right? In both the left and the right part of the table. So in the procedure, as you can see, put a large number of tiny spacecraft into orbit far above Earth. So Earth itself is, let's say, can be an easy keyword, but Earth itself is a word that is repeated, of course, a lot in the text. Tiny spacecraft can be our keyword here, but it's not that much easy, right? And for question number 1, before number 1 is to create a. So here we guess what the answer might be. So create a something. So we should write a noun here. Create something that would reduce the amount of light reaching Earth. Again, that would reduce is our connecting word here after the blank, which is very important. So something would reduce the amount of light reaching Earth. And light reaching Earth is our keyword again here, right? For question number 2, we have place blank in the sea. So placing something in the sea All right. To encourage, encourage is again our connecting word because it is before the blank here. To encourage something, number three. To form, again, to form is our connecting word here. Now, question number four. Release aerosol sprays into the stratosphere. So we have two easy keywords here. Aerosol spray and stratosphere. All right, these are very easy keywords that we can definitely find easily in the text. So because here we have very easy keywords, so we'll start answering number four first of all, and then we'll move on to number one, two, and three. All right, now, and before question number four, before the blank, we have to create something that would reduce the amount of light reaching Earth. So it is like, again, question number one. We have the same connecting words and we have the same keyword here, light reaching Earth. All right. And for question number two and number three, something is very important here is that maybe the order of number two and three is reversed in the passage. As I said, when you have two questions right next to each other, then there is a chance that their order may be reversed. So bear this in mind. This is a trick that I have found a lot in IELTS reading passages. All right. Now it's time to start answering question number four because we do have two very easy keywords in question number four. We'll start with answering number four. All right, so the only thing that we're going to do here is to find aerosol spray and stratosphere. And reading the text, I came across these two words in this paragraph, in which in line 4, these two keywords are used. The concept of releasing aerosol sprays into the stratosphere above the Arctic has been proposed by several scientists. This would involve using sulfur or hydrogen sulfide aerosols so that sulfur dioxide would form clouds, which would in turn lead to a global dimming. Now, when we finish reading the text, we have to read the question again. Release aerosol sprays into the stratosphere to create what? To create blank that would reduce the amount of light reaching Earth. So we had something about reduction here. At the end of the paragraph, lead to a global dimming. Global means Earth, right? And dimming is the reduction of light. So when the light reduces, we say that it's dim, right? So global dimming is the same as reducing the light reaching Earth, all right? Now let's read again. Try to find a word or a verb that is synonym for create. We have the word form. Form means to create, right? So forming what? Form clouds. And this is very important here. After clouds, we have comma here, and we have which would. So this sentence describes the cloud, right? Describes clouds. This is the result of the cloud. So what do the clouds do here? They reduce the light, right, reaching Earth. So the answer for number 4 is to create clouds that would reduce the number of light reaching Earth. All right, that's done. Now let's move on to next question, which is question number 1. So in number 1, because we do not have, let's say, very easy keywords, so we have just to stick to the keywords that we have here. Put a large number of. So a large number of is can be a keyword here. Tiny is important because when we are involved with measurement, with the size of something, so finding the size of something in text would be a little bit easy for us. But remember, not the exact word is used in the text. So instead of tiny, maybe another word is used. So be careful. Tiny spacecraft into orbit far above Earth. So try to find these words. Spacecraft, tiny, a large number, orbit, and above Earth. So in reading the text, in scanning for these keywords, I came across this paragraph in which spacecraft is used in line 4 and orbit is used in line 5. And at the end of the paragraph, light reaching the Earth is also used. So I'm going to read the last line very carefully. The last two lines, of course. His scheme would employ up to 16 trillion. This is not minute. Minute is noun, but here it's adjective. This is minute. Minute. Minute means extremely small. This is adjective. 16 trillion minute spacecraft, each weighing about 1 gram, to form, again, we have the word form, which is the synonym for the word create, right? To form a transparent, sunlight refracting sunshade in an orbit 1.5 million kilometers above the Earth. So forms what? Now, a trick is used here. What is that trick? As I said, be careful about connecting words before and after the blank. So we have to create before question number 1, we have to create, all right, and after the blank, we have that would reduce. Here we have in the text, we have form. But the word or the noun is not used immediately after form here. Some adjectives are used in order to delay finding the answer here, right? To form a transparent, sunlight refracting sunshade. This is the noun that we're trying to look for it. Sunshade. So it creates a sunshade that would reduce the amount of light reaching Earth. Sunshade in an orbit 1.5 million kilometers above the Earth. This could, argues Angel, reduce the amount of light reaching the Earth by 2%. So as you can see, this is a trick that you may come across in so many IELTS reading passages in which after the connecting word in the text, you may not see the word itself. Maybe some adjectives are used in order to define that noun. Right, let's move on to our next question. Our next two questions, question number 2 and number 3. Place blank in the sea to encourage blank to form. What we are going to do. The thing here is that we do not have many words here, of course. We only have place, so placing something. And then after that, we have blank, question number 2, and then in the sea. So place is our keyword or a connecting word. So placing something in the sea, all right, which encourages, to encourage blank to form. So we have 4 words here: place, see, encourage, and to form. Now, in reading the text, try to find something related to encouraging, see, forming, and to place something somewhere. I came across a paragraph in which in the second line, we have some words that may sound a little bit like the words we have in the question. In deserts, and depositing iron in the ocean to stimulate the growth of algae have focused on achieving a general cooling of the earth. Let's read it again. In deserts and depositing iron in the ocean to stimulate the growth of algae have focused on blah, blah, blah. Now we have depositing. To deposit means to leave something somewhere. It means to place. So depositing something in the ocean, in the sea, right? To stimulate the growth of something. Stimulate is the synonym word for encourage, all right? And growth is the synonym word for form, right? So let's read the question now. Place blank in the sea to encourage blank to form, depositing iron in the ocean to stimulate the growth of algae. So instead of depositing, we have place. So after place, we do have iron here. Place iron in the sea. So instead of sea, we have ocean here in the text. To encourage. Encourage means stimulate, right? The growth of algae. So to encourage algae to form. So as you can see, that was pretty easy, right? So something is very important, and it's that when you come across a word, a question in which you do not have any easy keywords, you just have to stick to those words that you have in the question and try to find the synonym of those words, right? And here, what I did was that I tried to find something meaning place or encourage or see. And wherever I find any of these words, I try to read that sentence. If you do not find any specific information, so try to scan other parts of the text in order to find those keywords. All right? Now, that was the end of our session for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this part and has been really helpful to you. Next session, we're going to work on diagrams, question type, in which they're not that much common in IELTS academic reading, but how we're going to work on some techniques and strategies that will definitely help you finding the answer in this type of question. All right, if you have any question, guys, you can simply ask in comments. I would gladly help you. I would really appreciate it if you could comment or like the videos. That would be very generous of you guys. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it and has been really helpful to you. Until next time, enjoy your time, stay tuned, and goodbye.